Welcome back, Mystic fans. This is your host, Delano, on the FanWire Podcast, your trusted voice for Washington Mystic content. All right, we got something to break down to you. We're taking a pause away from the WNBA prospects for the 2026 draft, and we're going to bring you some news regarding one of the Mystics fans' favorite player. We're talking about Lucy Olsen. So, if you're not aware, there are a lot of WNBA players that play in other opportunities. Some play in local or stateside leagues. Others have to go overseas. So, Lucy Olsen of the Washington Mystics actually took her talent on the road and actually way past on the road. She went overseas. She went to Australia, and she was a part of the WNBL. And she had a great season, a phenomenal season. And we're going to run through what Lucy accomplished, also some accolades she received. And we're going to break it all down and how that can play a factor into her time with the Washington Mystics, her overall development. All right, if y'all ready, let's get to it. The WNBL, if you don't know, is the premier professional, pretty much the top professional league in all of Australia in women's basketball. And this league is one of the longest running women's pro leagues in the world. They found the league back in 1981. So again, she just didn't play over there. She made some real noise. She did her thing. So again, Lucy Olsen played for the Townsville Fire, and that's one of the WNBL's member clubs based in Townsville, Queensland. Now, Lucy Olsen had a dynamic season, a stellar season, in which Lucy Olsen was a member of the championship team in the WNBL. So, she's a champion now. WNBL 26 champion. Along the way, her stellar play gave her a way to earn the WNBL Sixth Woman of the Year honor. Again, Lucy went over there and was doing her thing. So, to be able to go to a league after a rookie season and to win a championship and to be a major focus point and to win the Sixth Woman of the Year award, hey, that can play great dividends in your professional future, especially since you're a part of the Washington Mystics. So, we'll see how that can translate. So if y'all ready, we'll get into it. So again, Lucy Olsen played for the Premier League in Australia, the WNBL, and she did her thing. So let's talk about her role. So Lucy Olsen was not asked to go into the WNBL and be their number one star, right? Not every single night. She played her position. She played her role. So instead, she embraced one of the most important jobs in basketball, being the difference maker off of the bench. She became the kind of guard every championship team needs: a bench scorer, a secondary creator, a steady ball handler, a player who can fit and shift the momentum. So that's a real big deal. That's a very important position to play. Now, I say it's important because not every player can thrive when they're not the featured option, especially since most likely all of these players' lives, they were the number one option. So taking a secondary role or a backseat role, it can be tough. But Lucy showed that that's not a problem for her. And she demonstrated that last season with the Washington Mystics. So these are just building blocks. And we'll see how this can play into the favor of her getting more time with the Washington Mystics. We'll talk about all that. All right. So Lucy Olsen showed that she can be a effective player that impacts winning without the need to be a dominant ball handler. Right? So she didn't need the ball all the time to be effective. Every team needs that type of player. And heading into the finals, Lucy Olsen provided depth for the Townsville Fire and was viewed as one of the team's biggest strengths. Head coach Shannon Seabaum even called Lucy Olsen the team's X factor. And that was going into the championship series. So that tells you a lot. That tells you probably everything you need to know. Whenever a coach can label you as the X factor for one of the biggest games of the year, or probably two the biggest games of the year, that means your impact goes beyond the box score. That means you're a catalyst for greatness for that particular team, organization, and championship run. Now, let's backtrack a little bit. Let's talk about her regular season production and how that propelled her to being the X factor. Now, we're going to get into the numbers. On the official WNBL player page, Lucy Olsen averaged 8.68 points per game. So pretty much 9 points a game. Averaged a little bit over 3 assists a game, a little over 2 rebounds a game, about a steal, and was hitting pretty much a 3 a game. So honestly, that stat line screams a complete reserve guard. But she just wasn't out there getting buckets. She gave Townsville the scoring punch, which we've been talking about, playmaking, ball handling, floor spacing, and defensive activity. So with this being said, again, she was the full service bench guard. She could come into a game and give the Fire instant energy, settle the offense, and make a shot, create for teammates, or put pressure on the ball defensively. Again, those are the reasons why Lucy Olsen was selected as the Sixth Woman of the Year, and it made perfect sense. Perfect sense. Now, why did she get the Sixth Woman of the Year? Again, it was about the impact. It was about what she did, that she did it in the box score, so pretty much her stats, but also the things that she did outside of that. So, again, Lucy Olsen was described as the driving force that helped Townsville win in the WNBL. So again, that phrase matters because it shows this wasn't just a nice story. This wasn't a player who generally moved the needle for one of the best teams in the league. The WNBL highlighted one of the league's most valuable reserves because of her energy, scoring, momentum shifting impact off of the bench. And that's exactly what great six players do. So she pretty much punished the second unit. She was able to stabilize the game when the stars were out of the lineup. And she was able to keep pressure on the defense. Perfect. That's what you need out of Lucy. So when Lucy was able to bring that edge to the rotation, you pretty much can say Lucy Olsen did it all. She helped power what was viewed as the bench, or pretty much the best bench in the league, that gave Townsville major advantage all season long. Again, she's the classic sixth woman in the WNBL. All right, let's talk about her championship run. Now, this is where it gets a little bit more impressive. So Townsville didn't just have a good season. They finished as pretty much on top of the league. And again, Lucy Olsen didn't fade in the big stage. She elevated her game. She stepped up. So in that game for the championship, the title clinching win, Townsville won 108 to 105 in overtime. So let's talk about Lucy's impact on that championship game. She had 15 points, 5 assists off of the bench. And that's a huge performance, especially in the biggest game. That's not empty production. That's championship production. And why the season stands out. And that's why the season stands out, you know. Her being a role player translated to the highest pressure environment possible. That's why she was the X factor. And that's why her performance mattered. Because when the pressure came, she elevated, she executed, and she did her thing. So that also tells you that Lucy impacts winning. Now, let's talk about how this can translate and how this can actually benefit the Washington Mystics. Because, of course, you got the Washington Mystic fans, the nation here. We want to see how this can help the team. And why should fans care? Yeah, because this season, Lucy Olsen was something very important. She had pro credibility. She provided, or she proved, she can contribute to winning basketball in a professional setting right away. She showed that all season. You know, there was moments when she came into the Washington Mystics where she had to grow, she had to develop, but by the end of the season, you started to see what Lucy Olsen could be. She can score without dominating the ball. She can run an offense in a reserve role. She can make clutch plays, and she can hit from deep, right? And, you know, even if we have a deep guard rotation with the Washington Mystics, what we envision that we're going to have, she can still fit and play her role, play her position. So, you know, a lot of young guards can put up numbers, but not all can fit into a structure, accept a role, and still make a major impact on a team. Now, Lucy Olsen has demonstrated it with her time with the Washington Mystics in the WNBA. She's also demonstrated it with her time with the Townsville Fire in the WNBL in Australia. So it's just a matter of what she's going to do when she comes back to the Mystics. So Mystic fans should be encouraged because the WNBA is full of guards who can earn minutes through versatility, having a high IQ, toughness, and accepting the role that they are presented. And those are things and attributes that Lucy Olsen has. So Lucy Olsen understands how to be a role player. So we'll see how these how this maturing and these, this confidence booster of playing in the WNBL can translate to her playing the WNBA. So again, the biggest takeaways from her opportunity with the WNBL this season was she embraced winning basketball. She didn't need the star treatment. She didn't dominate possession. She came in and played the plays how they were supposed to be played. She made plays. She shifted the momentum. She helped a championship team stay dangerous. We always want players to stay dangerous. Now, that's a winning guard's behavior. You stay dangerous while staying under control. Hey, many things can go right. And when you combine a Sixth Woman of the Year, a championship, a strong all-around production, being a clutch performer in a title-clinching game, you're looking at a season that absolutely boosted her stock as a pro. Again, this is going to impact Lucy's confidence. And if you believe you can achieve, y'all already know that saying. That's real. So I appreciate DKJ22 for stepping in. He said, she's tougher than I thought, and don't let the smile fool you. She's always smiling, no matter what. She always has a smile. And I agree. Don't let the smile fool you because she will cook you. For real. All right, so the bottom line here. Lucy Olsen's season with the Townsville Fire was a major success. She played in the top Australian basketball league for women, the WNBL. And she helped the Townsville win a championship, the WNBL 26. She won the Sixth Woman of the Year, and she closed the season out with a stellar performance that helped clinch the championship in overtime. Again, this is the kind of season that helps young guards have real momentum and take it to the next level. And if you're a Washington Mystic fan looking for a reason to be optimistic about Lucy Olsen's pro future, I think I gave you a few. Because she just didn't have a good year, she had a winning year. Believe that. So real quick, let's do this. We're going to give you all some video of what Lucy did in that championship game. Y'all ready? All right, let's get to it. Lucy doing good defense, locking them up, causing turnovers. And this is in overtime. 2.7 seconds to go. Lucy is getting her thing off. She's being a pest. I love it. All right, so Lucy Olsen, see that smile, even when shooting free throws in the clutch. All right. We get some more of her during the game. Step back threes, crossing people, getting people out the way, snitch backs. Not being selfish with the ball, swinging it. These are things that you need from a role player. You see that cross? You see that? Giving the business, making them fall, putting them on the deck. With plays like that, she probably should have started. Let's be real. But again, it was about developing herself in a role that she'll be similar to in the WNBA. I think that was a good wise decision. Right. So yeah, one more play here. She was a good facilitator. She didn't get players the ball when they're supposed to get it, so success can be achieved. All right. So again, I appreciate all y'all for tapping in one time with your homie here. And yeah, do this for me. Like the video real quick. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel because we dropping Washington Mystic stuff all the time, daily. So tomorrow we're going to be getting back to our WNBA prospects. We're getting back to the breakdowns. So yeah, we be ready. Now, if you're Washington Mystic fans, again, I hope you like the breakdown. I hope you enjoyed this one. Make sure that y'all tap in, turn on those notifications when you subscribe to the channel as well, so that you can be notified of when we drop in a new video. So yeah, again, where else you're gonna find dedicated Washington Mystic coverage? You know, you're only gonna find it with me. So you might as well tap in. And all of the stories are authentic. All the stories are real. And all of the stories are verified. So, again, this is your host, Delano, your trusted voice for Washington Mystic content. I appreciate y'all because y'all could be doing something totally different right now. Yeah, thanks for tapping in. I'm out of here. See y'all tomorrow. Gone.